good morning, YouTube, the world, my subscribers, to everyone that listens and takes the time to hear me speak and express my thoughts and express my heart. Which all these things that I do actually help me maintain 4 year sobriety off heroin. I just celebrated that in January. My name is Frank Arturo Villa. I'm an artist from Arizona, Tucson, Arizona. I've used art and expression to, like I said, maintain sobriety. I'm also diagnosed with PTSD and bipolar, and I do not take pharmaceutical meds. It's been a spiritual journey, a process of unlearning. And today I wanted to share the power of forgiveness. Oh, yeah, baby, forgiveness. Oh, man, this one's been a pretty tough lesson, especially if you were raised in a very tough environment where trauma was instilled at a very long age, at a very early age, I'm sorry. And some of us probably experienced trauma all the way before birth. As being in the mother's womb is a very, very, very powerful time for us to be programmed emotionally, primarily by the emotion spirit experienced by the mother. And with that being said, say you were raised in a very neglected home. Um, Now is the time to really forgive those who put trauma on us, because when you think about it, it's like a chain reaction, you know. So that means if they were treating you that way, that means they probably didn't have a very loving upbringing and learned what they learned, and then thus pass it on to us, you know. So it's a very, very, very powerful and potent tool to learn to forgive, man. And you start forgiving yourself first. Like I said, it's a learned behavior. We learn to survive based on our environments, what we picked up emotionally as children, what we heard. We mimic what our parents did, what our surroundings, our influential people, our family. And a lot of us don't come from the most, how would you say, bright, close knit families. I guess they are close knit, but in a different sense. You know what I mean? And a lot of us grew up in a party environment where there's a lot of drugs, a lot of drinking, a lot of drug dealing, and so we learn to adapt with that. But with that being said, once we make that decision to get off heroin, to stop drug dealing, to really search for meaning in our heart and what our purpose is in this freaking life, man. And start questioning, why did I survive? And start thanking the creator. And start realizing that you are that survival spirit, that you are that key piece that the universe needs for us to grow and expand, man. You know? Human being. I like to use a metaphor as beings. You know, we're all human, regardless of color, creed, whatever, race, gender, whatever. It's we're all beings. You know, being. Well, that's up to you. What are you being? Are you being angry? Well, if you're gonna be an angry person, well, guess what? The universe, God, is gonna give you exactly what you asked for, because that's what you're emanating. You know, so dust, boom, everything's probably gonna make you angry. You're gonna get all these individuals that you can validate your belief, our belief, I should say, because I I have moments of a lot of rage and anger, and the way I've learned to cope with these with this rage and anger is by acknowledging it, by honoring it, And the way I do it is by exercise and pushing myself to face my fears. Like this used to be a big, big fear. It's taken me several years just to be able to speak right here in front of a camera where nobody's like around me, and I would still be embarrassed and shy. So the only way that I knew I could had to beat this was to face it. You know, what's the worst that can happen? What the fuck? We've probably survived ODs, probably been shot at. Some of us have been stabbed. Some of us have been, you know what I mean? Attempts at our lives. Very close calls. I know we've all had them, man. This game ain't nothing nice, you know. Most of us do not survive this. 80% will not, they say. But I ran into a beautiful artist and counselor one time that told me that's not true. That it's 100% success rate for those of us who choose to quit, who really set those intentions. There's hundreds, thousands of stories of people who've gotten off. And once we get on that path, man, they start coming. They start, boom, sparking those aha moments that are unique to you and to me. And those are our unique signs of how the Creator speaks to us, man. And the more we can forgive everything, man, everything. I know it sounds kind of crazy sometimes. You know, some of us have been molested. I know I've experienced sexual trauma as a young child. I've also had open heart surgery. I've picked up my brother's brains off the floor, literally. He's playing Russian roulette, shot himself. And I gave up on life, man. I walked out on my daughter's life. I lost custody of my son. But even though all this, that's still in the past, you know, we are still worthy of forgiveness, of peace, of grace. So use forgiveness, man. It has nothing to do with them out there. It's all about you, man. And once you start forgiving, it's like you're cutting these fucking energy cords that drain us and depress us and that keeps us thinking in those fucking loops that keep us down, man. Notice how draining it is after we come when we're in those depression states. You can't move. You just want to lay down. Everything fucking sucks. It's energy. Energy's being sucked out by the thoughts, thus leading to emotions. And then once that feeding is fucking done, you'll notice that all of a sudden you perk up or you start doing something else, and then all of a sudden it's like a fucking wave, you know? And the more we start honoring and noticing these patterns, then the more that we can interrupt them and change and rewrite this fucking narrative that we're programmed to think and believe. So forgive everyone and everything in your life, and notice how things begin to unfold with grace, man, and you'll get beautiful people, beautiful souls that come, man, and assist you, because we can't do this alone, man. You know, the fire, the spark, but then your spark sparks somebody else's spark. My spark sparks somebody else's spark, and it's a chain reaction, man. And the power of forgiveness, it unlocks and gives us our body's ability to heal itself. Because all this stress and all this rage and all it's doing is destroying ourselves. It's killing us from the inside. It's poison, man. It's stress. And the more that we can relax and laugh and be in joy and find shit that sparks our heart, and the body's beautiful ability to heal itself and to attract what you truly desire based on your heart's true intentions will begin to manifest itself through forgiveness, through belief, and through knowing that you're worthy, knowing that you're a part in a piece, an intrinsic puzzle piece to the Creator. And when you find those dark moments and you can't think of anything else, put your hand on your heart. You breathe and be grateful just for that breath and that freaking moment. And little by little, you'll get more and more to be grateful for. And thank you for everyone who took the time to listen to me speak. And I hope this helps. Stay blessed. I love you. Love and light.